Hi friends, welcome to my Cozy Crafty Cabin. My name is Rayanne. Today is day 10 of my 12 Days of Christmas in July Crafty series. And today I'm going to quickly show you 10 creative ways you can use these simple bare bones style 4x6 photo albums. So this video is going to be a bit different from my other videos in this series. Life just got to me and I didn't have enough time to do all the things I wanted for today's project shares, but I still wanted to share the ideas with you all. So they're just going to be pretty like bare bones and unfinished, kind of like more like a template for the projects rather than like a fully finished project. So idea number one is to turn these 4x6 photo albums into a Christmas planner. Now I simply just use scrapbook paper and some 4x6 sheets of paper to make all my covers and all my inserts. And I had 3 sections in mind for this Christmas planner. So the first is a weekly calendar section, and I just made these inserts myself using a ruler and a craft mat. The second is a list section. I took some 12 by 12 pattern paper and then cut it at 4 inches. And then I folded it in half on the 12-inch side. And then you have this 4x6 like base here. And I just tuck in the bottom of the base and the top flips up. So you can leave them blanket side or just, to just jot down your lists if you're using single-sided paper like this, or you can glue down like some lined or grid or like bullet style paper to the inside, whatever you like. Now again, think of this as a template rather than a finished project, but you get the general idea. Now for the third section of the planner, I was thinking of like recipe cards. So I just inserted some 4x6 index cards, or you could absolutely use like some cute Christmas recipe cards if you have them, or make your own. So idea number 2 is a December daily album or journal. I got this idea from Amber, of course, over at Lyric Lover Crafts. And I haven't done one of these myself in a few years, so I think I want to try to get back into it again this year. But these are 2 December dailies I made from previous years. One I was good with and I stuck with it every day, but the other one I only filled in like the first half or so. But this size album is perfect because there's 12 photo sleeves, so 24 pages, like counting the front and back of each sleeve. So you can journal or like add a photo for December 1st through 24th leading up to Christmas Day. I also added like a 25th day though to the back cover, the inside part of the back cover. I really do love looking back on these as like a little keepsake. So idea number 3 is a recipe keeper. Now I'm just pulling one I've already made, so this one isn't like a Christmas style one in particular, but you can totally use Christmas paper and like just include recipes you use around Christmas time if you wanted. But this album is a chunkier one too. I believe it has 48 pages front and back rather than the 24. And I think this is actually an old one from Dollar Tree. I know Dollar Tree still sells these 4x6 photo albums, but they might actually just be 24 pages now instead of the 48. This idea also comes from Amber at Lyric Lover Crafts, and for this recipe keeper, I just alternated 4x6 sheets of scrapbook paper with index cards to serve as recipe cards, but of course you can load this up however you like. So idea number 4 are brag books, or mini scrapbooks as I like to call them. This is another idea from Amber over at Lyric Lover Crafts. She's just the queen of these photo albums. Now again, I just pulled some that I had already made in the past and I didn't have any Christmas ones on hand, so these are fall themed, but you get the idea. So for the inserts, I just cut down some scrapbook paper to 4x6. Now the front and back covers of these albums are a little bit bigger. Mine were about like 6 1/8 by 4.5 inches. So those sheets are a bit bigger, but all the inside sleeves are 4x6. So you can just keep these really simple and just use scrapbook paper. You can also add like some stickers and embellishments to some of the pages. But the idea is basically like to add some photos or journaling, and it would make a really sweet gift. Especially if you have like kids, you can load it up with family photos and then give it to a family member. So idea number 5 is a gift card book, and I came across this idea on Pinterest. Now again, think of this as a template. You can jazz this up with whatever paper and embellishments you like, but the idea is that like one side holds a gift card and the other side next to it has a note about when they might need to use it. So I think this would be such a nice and like really generous gift, but especially for like someone who is in college. That's the age range I really think of like who would really benefit from a gift like this. But yeah, I thought this was such a cute idea and wanted to share, and just another just really simple but creative way to use these 4x6 photo albums. And you could wrap this gift card book like you normally would for a present, or you could simply just like tie some pretty ribbon around it and gift it to someone. Idea number 6 is just an A2 card template keeper or organizer. So again, doesn't have to just be for Christmas cards, but just a nice way to organize card template ideas. I think this would actually make a really nice gift too to someone who enjoys card making or paper crafting, or someone who wants to get into that as a new hobby. I think that would be a really thoughtful gift for them. So idea number 7 is a postcard keeper or organizer. So the standard US size for a postcard is 4x6 inches. So these albums are the perfect size to keep postcards. You can take 4x6 cut aparts like I have here and turn them into postcards. I would just thicken them up by gluing them to some thicker cardstock, and then add your lines on the back for the postcard. So you could keep postcards that you receive in an album, or you can store ones that you make in one of these albums. And listen, I know I sound like a broken record, but I also think this would be a really cute gift to make, like a bunch of different style postcards, fill up one of these albums with them and gift it to someone. I think like someone who travels or someone who just really enjoys sending cards in the mail. Okay, so idea number 8, I think of this as like a daily card kit advent calendar. So filling each page with some goodies to create an A2 size card. I actually really want to make one of these for one of my nieces. She just turned 5, and I think she would really enjoy this as a fun little craft to do each day in December leading up to Christmas. I would put like little paper bits and stickers in each page, and then gift it to her with like some glue sticks and a set of 24 card bases and envelopes, and I think that would just be such a fun activity to do. Okay, so idea number 9, I was thinking of like a monthly spending tracker and receipt keeper. So the front of each page having a space to jot down any like expenses for that month, and then the back page a space to just like keep any receipts. So I especially was thinking of like for a small business, if you wanted to keep track of your expenses and organizing your receipts, I think this would be a really easy and simple way to do that. And of course, you can make this look much cuter than I'm showing here. For idea number 10, I was thinking of a birthday or like celebration organizer. So the front of each page having a space to list any birthdays or special like occasions, celebrations, like anniversaries for each particular month. And then the back being a space to store some like ephemera or goodies to make cards for those specific occasions that month. So since these albums have 12 inserts and like 24 sheets counting the front and back, I think they're great for doing like any kind of monthly tracker or organizer. So I don't have a template for this, but another bonus idea that I think would be really fun is a junk journal for the year. I've never tried junk journaling before, but I think this would be a nice and easy way to kind of get your feet wet. I would have like a left and right sheet side by side be like the spread for each month of the year, and basically just like glue down like odds and ends of different things that kind of represented how I spent that month, if that makes any sense. But I think that would be really fun, so I might actually try that. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to really complete any of these projects, but I hope this video was still helpful and gave you just some crafty inspiration. If there are any projects in particular you want to see like a whole like video or tutorial on, please feel free to let me know in the comments, and I would be happy to make that video in the future. I am running a bit late with my final videos for this 12 Days of Christmas in July series, so I'm going to try to double up tomorrow, the last day of July, and post both my like day 11 and 12 videos on the same day. So we shall see. But until then, stay cozy. Bye.